Why, hello there! It's Katie in France and I'm here to do a graffiti workshop. It's so nice to see you all again and I hope you're really going to enjoy this project. So, you got a handout, right? Okay? So, I'm going to read this out to you because it has got some long words in it which are a little bit tricky, but if you want to, you can follow along. So, I'm going to read you some information from this and then we're going to have a look at some pictures. Okay, so what is graffiti and where did it come from? So I have an explanation here from you, and graffiti is a drawing or writing on a wall or surface, usually as a form of artistic expression without permission and within public view. So what is that? So basically it just means a writing or a bit of painting on a wall where you've not asked somebody, can I paint on your wall? So it's a bit naughty. Okay, so what I've got here, I'm going to show you some cave paintings because cave paintings are the first types of graffiti. Cave paintings appeared thousands of years ago, and these show that mankind has always loved to make marks on walls to show who he is and what he has seen. I live near some of the oldest cave paintings in the world. Only 40 minutes drive from my house in France, you can find the Chauvet Cave. And it has paintings of animals that are 30,000, yes, 30,000 years old. They show animals like rhinoceroses and lions which became extinct in Europe thousands of years ago. And now they only live in Africa. How crazy is that? So here you go, Duncan was showing, Duncan our cameraman, he was showing you. These are the rhinoceroses that were found, the pictures. You can just see there the shape of the body and you can see the rhinoceros's horn there. And then if you pop over to this one, Duncan, you can see the lions. You can see the lions in the side profile. There's a whole bunch of them. So there you go. These pictures were found in a cave and somebody, an artist 30,000 years ago was going, you know what? I was out today walking and I saw all these amazing lions and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint them on this cave. How cool is that? So, this is graffiti, really ancient graffiti. So, in ancient times, graffiti was very common also amongst the Egyptians, the Romans and the Greeks. And we carry on this naughty tradition today. You're most likely to see graffiti in public places like the subway or at bus stations and on billboards. Now, if you cast your mind back and you think, oh, when was the last time I was on the subway? Or when was I taking a bus? And you might have seen some of these, they're what are called tags. Now, Duncan's going to show you some of these tags. And what they look like, it's just a big scribble, really. And these tags are done with spray cans. Now, I've got one of these spray cans right here. If I just pop over, because I left it on this table, here we go. So this is what a spray can looks like this. So when these guys go out, they do it on the wall, and that is because it's the easiest and the quickest way to make a mark. It's the most popular type of paint for graffiti artists to use. So maybe you've seen some of these funny squiggles around your town. This began in New York in the 1970s, and over time it spread throughout Europe and then the entire world. These squiggles are really easy to do with just one paint colour, and they're often done at night. If the artist gets caught by the police, they will get into a lot of trouble. They will get a fine or maybe even go to jail. So why are we talking about graffiti today when it's so bad? Well, graffiti has developed over the years, and these artists or taggers have made their names more colourful. They use lots of techniques and they have very good control over the spray paint. They like to be known as writers, and their work changed from being a really simple squiggle to making a word made from it looks like a three-dimensional painting. You'll understand what I mean when you see it. And they use multiple colours and forms, and they look like they pop out of the wall. So let's have a look at some of these more complicated ones. You can see here, you've got beautiful bright colour, and you can see the black shadow around the back of the letters make it look like it's popping out. So you can show them a few of those, Duncan. Yeah, they're really, really interesting. So very often these are still done in public places, and the artists do get into trouble with the police. But fortunately, graffiti is becoming more and more popular because people like it. And now shop owners invite artists to paint on their walls, and they even get paid to do it. Some of the best graffiti artists in the world get paid thousands of dollars to paint on buildings. So remember, you must always get permission to do graffiti on a wall. Your parents will not be happy if they find your bedroom walls covered in graffiti, will they? So be warned. Okay, so what we've got now, we're going to have a look at some murals. So I'm just going to whiz this page up like this, and you can see a few more names there. Oh, sorry. Let's bring that page up. Okay, so we've got a few more here. So these are the murals. In this year, 2020, graffiti is recognised as a true art form and is also commonly called street art. This label covers many types of graffiti, including large pictures, often called murals. And these are what Duncan's showing you here, are these lovely, really dynamic, bright murals. So you can see here, we have what is a staircase in a town, and somebody, do you know what those are? Someone's decided to paint the keys from a piano on it, which is really cool. We've also got the side of this building where somebody's painted what it looks kind of 3D. They've made it look like it's a cave, and they've used different colours and different graduations of these colours to make it look like you're going inside the building. So we've also got this guy here, which is fantastic. It's a huge building, and they've made it look really beautiful by painting this very realistic picture of a guy. And look, he's got a little robin here, and he's got a little robin flying around his hat at the top. This is amazing. Can you imagine what that looks like in real life? It's absolutely massive. And then we've got these beautiful fish as well on another staircase in another town. And it only really works, this image, when you are walking towards the staircase. So if you were at the top of the staircase, you wouldn't be able to see these fish. You can only see them from the bottom of the staircase. Then we've also got this building here, which is a bit similar to the other building that we saw, which had the cave on it. It's a similar kind of idea where it looks like it's 3D, like you're going to walk through there, or maybe you might fly through there. So these are really, really cool. And we've got a few more murals down here. In fact, this one's so crazy, they just went, you know what, we're just gonna colour in the whole building. How great is that? And then this one here uses a beautiful picture of a little girl, and look what she's watering. It's not like they've painted the tree on. The tree is a real tree. Crazy, crazy stuff. So down here we've got a few more last pictures, and these are very complicated. Graffiti has become more and more complicated over the years, and now they have competitions for graffiti artists, and it's all about making the most of what you have, so using different colours and different techniques. This is one of my favourites over here, and this guy, he calls himself Disc, and often these graffiti artists will actually give themselves different names. Now if you look at that, it looks like a kind of helium balloon, or it looks like a sort of mirror kind of effect, and I love that. So what we've got next, we've got street art is used to send a message to both the general public, who are the people, and to the people in charge, who are often the governments of the world. So political graffiti can be very simple or very complicated. What is good about graffiti is that there are no rules. What do you want to say about the world? This is what graffiti artists ask themselves. What do you think is important? And what have you learned about life? If you could write only 2 or 3 words on a wall, what would you write? See, I would write, be kind, because it's a better world when we are nice to each other. And sometimes we need a reminder of that, don't we? So one particular artist that has been recognised for his political art is a man named Banksy. Like many graffiti artists, we don't know if this is his real name or not, as he keeps his identity a secret. There are many examples of this amazing work online, and it appeals to a lot of people, the young and the old, the rich and the poor, and everybody understands what he is trying to say. And this is why he's a very successful artist, and his work sells for a lot of money. So we have a couple of Banksy images down here. Now, for starters, we can see this panda, and he's fantastic. And it says, destroy racism. Be like a panda. He's black, he's white, he's Asian. So how perfect is that to convey a message? Particularly with what you're learning about at the moment with Martin Luther King, I think this is a really great image to demonstrate how crazy racism is really. So this one as well, what I love about this image is that it's very simple. Everybody knows about Star Wars, and here's this guy fantastically painting. He's got his paintbrush here and he's got his paint bucket here, and he's saying, stop wars. So it's a really simple idea, but it's really, really effective. Okay, so what is our conclusion? Most graffiti is bright, it's colourful, and is created to make you smile and to think. It's about self-expression on a big scale. It is for everybody to see. It's out in the public, so we want it to be loud. And most importantly, you've got to have fun. Okay guys, well, have a brilliant time. I'm going to be doing another instructional video for you very shortly, and we're going to be covering the techniques used in graffiti. So see you in a little while. Bye!